Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Blu-rayDave back with another, kind of like a throwback one. I want to make like, obviously I'm aware of throwback Thursdays, right? But like I just want to make throwbacks in general, really. Like they don't have to apply to Thursdays, guys. I mean, whatever you guys feel comfortable with, you can let me know in the comments. So whenever this video will come out, I just got done watching Spider-Man 2, specifically the extended cut, of course, because that's the only way I watch it now. And it just brought me back and reminded me of Spider-Man in general. Really, um, saved my summer of 2017. Now, if you guys again know the background of like what happened in 2017, yeah, just keep it to yourselves. Um, I remember just going through such a depressing phase, and especially with Spider-Man: Homecoming coming out that summer, which, by the way, that's literally like the best movie of 2017 in my opinion. Yeah, I just remember like all the memes and watching the previous movies, like anything like that. Like this movie was a huge deal in the summer of 2017. Um, Now, if you guys aren't familiar with an Australian creator, his name is Mega Beast. Well, he used to go by Mega Beast. Now it's Quixotic for whatever reason. So, Mason, if you're watching, change it back to Mega Beast, please. Um, so I guess it was Mega Beast himself too that saved my summer as well, because that was like, again, 2017 was the first time I ever hit depression, and of course, I did not want to go back to high school, right? Like start junior year. Hi, bud. But again, just watching the movies and the white TPs and all that, like they reminded me, like, hey, it's gonna be okay. Like, um, again with Homecoming coming out, it just made sense. Like the perfect high school movie, right? Like I was going through the same crap that Peter was going through. I guess specifically Tom Holland's Peter, right? Um, Anyways, Mega Beast's Spider-Man YTP's reactions, like if you guys know them, like from frick, I want to say Yoshi Maniac. Um, Frick, what's that one guy's name? Like he makes clean YTPs. Hawk, not Tomahawk. Oh my gosh, my brain cannot right now. Like, oh my gosh. Anyways, you guys know the ones like Peter Fails at Life series, Peener Man or whatever. Like, oh my gosh, Alpaca Hawk. That's right, Alpaca Hawk. Like it just had to come to me. Alpaca Hawk. Yes, he makes clean YTPs, but of course, I did not watch just the clean ones. Right, I actually discovered him early on. What was it? October 2016. After I turned 16, like I watched. Um, Tony gives Peter the Spidey upgrade YTP. Unfortunately, due to like copyright reasons, like it got taken down. Like Sony, that was a shot made by Disney, so you don't really claim that shot. So, but I remember there was a time after the summer, just a little side rant. Mason used to like just put all of his YTP reactions on private, like at least the Spider-Man ones, and then he brought them back. Like, I mean, at least Mason realized in recent years that us, the fans, enjoy them, and he brings them up every now and then. And the Tobey Maguire Digibook box set, guys. Oh my gosh. That one was definitely a huge deal. Like, I mean, some people might say like, oh, like the two box sets are the most important. Like not just Toby's. Like you got Andrew Garfield's, but like you got Toby's, because with Toby's, you guys know that the only way you're gonna have to get the editor's cut for number three is to buy the Blu-ray pack. Again, whether it's regular Blu-ray or 4K, and when you download the code digitally, sure, you'll get the theatrical cut of three, but at least it'll give you the option to watch the editor's cut. But Believe me when I say this, like even if you have the theatrical cut of 3 on digital, just buy it separately, okay? Because it's so annoying to like want to watch that movie and over again, but it takes you to the credits. Like, nah, just and if you love the bonus features, just keep the theatrical cuts. Even if this means like, man, if you want to recommend, Spider-Man 2.1 and the editor's cut to your friends and family, just be like, go to this and only this. If you want to see the bonus features, you can go to the original theatrical versions. I remember just that summer, I've been wanting to see if Sony actually just, like they also released the editor's cut separately too. Like, remember those Walmart slipcovers where, okay, they're the digital covers now if you got them on Movies Anywhere or Vudu. They like the first 5 Spider-Man movies, like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Well, I definitely got one of the Andrew Garfield movies, and it's TASM 2. And that got me really curious about Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. Like, is Sony gonna give him that same treatment? But when Disney came out with the 10-year anniversary cover for Homecoming, like, yes, that's the perfect way to go. Because honestly, okay, I love the TASM 2 one just because, like, I have such a fond memory with that. The Sony Spider-Man covers, like, to match with them, they just look really bland. Like, I'm all for um, movie companies making, like, sets of movies or TV shows to want them to look the same. Like, again, you got Marvel Studios, you got Star Wars, DC, Pixar, whatever you got, but it's just, I don't know, like, at least I know they're not going to be going forward with any future Spider-Man related release. Seriously, guys, I would watch Mega Beast's Spider-Man YTP reactions non-stop every day religiously. I even show them to my buddy Gav, and we would always quote lines and references from the YTPs, and oh my gosh, man. That really takes me back. What did really pique my interest again with Mega Beast? Like it had to have been like the first video I saw of him the year before, so it could have been that. And of course, October 2017, I was just very excited to get Spider-Man: Homecoming on Blu-ray, especially the Target exclusive because it came with that bonus disc. That one is very important. Like, obviously Spider-Man is for anybody, right? For anybody who's going through crap, depression, whatever, whether they're a kid or an adult, like you can relate with Peter Parker. And man, I remember like just completing the previous Spider-Man movies. Like that was a big deal for me back in 2017. Um, yeah, I thought like when I looked for the editor's cut for 3, like there were images that looked legit, but of course I never asked my mom to like, oh, can we get this? Like I should have found out about 2.1 being on DVD. You guys know I have that. Like at least I could have gotten one cut of Spider-Man and could have saved up money for the Blu-ray box set. And to be honest, guys, the Blu-ray box set looks even more cooler than the 4K one I got. Like like the regular blue, and then the 4K you got it in black. Like, sure, maybe Sony one day will re-release the editor's cut separately, but because Disney's recent purchase of Spider-Man finally, oh man, you could definitely see these Spider-Man movies getting the Disney treatment now. So who knows what Disney's gonna do? I'm sure they acknowledge the cuts, but you can't just release them physically. Of course, again, you could get them digitally, but like on Disney Plus, you gotta release the cuts. Okay. Um, what else? And of course, if you still want to get Spider-Man 2 on Blu-ray separately, don't worry. Just get like with the recent release, because that one comes with 2.1. I don't know why Sony, um, like realized that they need to put 2.1 on Blu-ray years later when they knew that they released it back in '07 when they were promoting Spider-Man 3. Like, do you guys remember the OG, like, original Spider-Man Blu-ray releases? Like, and, like, to make them match with the original DVD covers? I can't imagine ever owning those sets. But if I did were to own one, of course I would review it for starters and go over it with you guys and see what you think. Like, oh my gosh. How many of you guys bought that box set back in 2017, whether it was Blu-ray or 4K? Of course, they weren't going to come out with a DVD release. Even if they tried, they cannot skimp out on the editor's cut. Like, again, knowing Sony, guys, give them another couple years. Like, they are going to release their cuts, really. You know, we've been demanding for R-rated villain verse movies for a long time. Like, I'm sure they're gonna do that. I'm sure they're gonna release the extended cut of No Way Home on Blu-ray. Like, they realize like, hey, people still love physical media, so let's just give it to them, right? Imagine if they made a box set of all Spider-Man cuts: Spider-Man 2.1, Spider-Man 3, the editor's cut, Spider-Man No Way Home, the extended cut. Wow, I can't talk. And hopefully, possibly the previous three Villainverse movies. And I remember 2017. That got me wondering, like, did the first Spider-Man get an extended cut at all? But like, no, it's just way too perfect of a movie. Like, I know Spider-Man 3 definitely needed the better upgrade, just because like some scenes were out of order. Like, the story didn't make sense in a few places. Like, I'm sure a lot of people felt happy when they got their box sets. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I appreciate it on the bonus disc they did put the editor's cut on there, but why can't you do like Spider-Man 2? Just put the editor's cut on the regular Blu-ray disc. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to watch 2 and 3 on 4K, the discs, like, because they don't have those cuts. So, like I said, either Sony or Disney decides to re-release the films again, like on Blu-ray, like, just like hit me up, Disney. Like, I'm all about my cuts. I mean, it's true what George Lucas said. I'm gonna keep repeating this all the time, but it's very true. No movie is ever complete. Mm-hmm. Like, that that really brings me back to like the original trilogy special editions from '97, right? Would they technically count as like I guess director's cuts, maybe extended cuts, just because like George wanted to fix everything, but I don't know. And what was the very first extended or director's cut in existence, guys? Let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll be able to check that specific movie out. It depends on my mood about it, right? And maybe it was because of Spider-Man 2.1, it really kicked off like extended and director's cuts that we all know and love today. Like, I still love the extended cut for Green Lantern. Yep, I said it, guys. I'm still gonna defend Green Lantern. Um, I keep forgetting that there's two X-Men movies that have cuts. Like, we all know that X-Men Days of Future Past has the road cut, right? But we can't forget about the Wolverine, the Unleashed extended edition. Or yeah, the extended cut, of course. I think Disney has also acknowledged the director's cut for Daredevil, so I could definitely see that being part of like the 18 plus stuff. Um, like I said, I could go on and on and on talking about my favorite directors and extended cuts of my favorite movies. And sure, there are a couple that I know that have made improvements on other bad films, but at least I know like, oh, this movie is still it's still bad. Like Suicide Squad. We still need the David Ayer cut of it. Like, sure, the extended cut did offer potential for that movie, but it's just if David Ayer can release his version of Suicide Squad, that'd be great. That's a perfect example of like perfecting a really bad movie that was supposed to be another hype of 2016. Do you guys remember watching one of the earliest teasers that came out? I'm pretty sure didn't the first teaser come out 2014? Man, I feel old already. Like if it did come out 2014, then like next year will be 10 years since like the first teaser came out. Like, oh my gosh. Like DC was already playing ahead. Of course they had to make a crap ton of reshoots. Reshoots always help a movie or a TV show to improve the plot and all that. My cat is right here rubbing his belly. Oh boy. I think one of my regrets in my life, especially like when it comes to Blu-ray collecting, guys, is that like I wish I would have gotten that box set sooner. Like especially when it came out that summer. Like, um, of course, with me being focused on the MCU, of course, I gotta commit, right? But like you can commit to other things too. Um, like I would have been all for those cuts, and unfortunately, I had to stick with the original theatrical cuts on DVD. What my other problem was that um, I should have gotten a job after that, like just to help with the first phase of depression, let's say, and then I would have just bought that box set right away. And the fact, like, after the No Way Home trailer came out like 2 years ago, like, people started to buy the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield digibooks, and let me tell you, the Tobey Maguire one that sold out pretty quick. I'm like, I'm happy that I got mine the year before. So, and I'm happy with my Andrew Garfield set. I got the regular pack because, um, I mean, sure, I can still get Ultra HD on my TV with the digital stuff. Like, nothing wrong with that, but like, I don't know. I think it's just the perfect size for that box set. You got 3 discs. You know, you get the 2 main movies, and you get the bonus disc, which crams in it everything. And trust me, guys, I did not like my first copy of The Amazing Spider-Man 1 on Blu-ray when I got it because every time I tried to play the Blu-ray, the menu would always take a long time. Like, even when I tried playing it, like, oh my gosh, I remember how bad that was. So I had to keep watching it on the DVD, you know, and then if I wanted to watch the bonus features, just put on the bonus disc. At least that didn't give me problems. But yeah, what a great summer that was. Like, again, as bad as that summer was, Spider Man was there to back me up. Because everybody is Spider Man. Like, just like what Miles Morales said, you can wear the mask, alright? Spider Man can literally be anybody, you know? That's something I've always believed, and um, I'm gonna say this now. I can't believe I haven't said this in 2 years, but I am Spider Man. Yep. 2 Halloweens ago, when I participated in our costume contest and I was Spider Man for, I don't think it was 8 hours, but everyone enjoyed it. Seriously, I'm not exaggerating. Everyone loved it. They called me Spidey and everything. I'm not sure if I got a webhead reference in there, but like, man, even my coworkers loved it, and still, one of my other coworkers, he still brings up to this day, like, he calls me Spider Man. Like, man, I feel honored. Like, you could still be a hero. Either way, guys, like I made a lot of kids' days that day, and I would love to do it again, guys. I even have one lady. She came up to me, and she told me that I looked a lot like Tom Holland. I mean, hey, I'm trying to look the part, but hey, I've even had a few people in a few years prior told me that I looked like him. Like, I mean, hey, it's unintentional, of course, but hey, if you see me that way, then have at it. I don't have a problem with that, you know? Obviously, I can never be Tom Holland because he is Spider Man. Um, like I said, like, I am Spider Man as well. And you guys as well, okay? Like, just stop giving a crap what people are saying to you, like, oh, you're not Spider Man, like, you don't have the powers or whatever. Like, no. You don't have to have powers to be Spider Man, okay? You just gotta be kind to everyone, you know? Excuse me. Yeah, that's just how that works. And as long as you don't brag about being the character, like, we're all good. I've never bragged about, being Spider Man. Like, I've told a few people, like, hey, I was this many Halloweens ago. Like, oh my gosh. If I could just get two more guys with me that could, like, play both Toby and Andrew's parts and we could do the meme, like, oh my gosh. That'd be so great. Still, Tom Holland will always be my Spider Man. Mm-hmm. So, yes, I did grew up with all three Spider-Men. Sure, other people are going to say, like, oh, I grew up with this Spider-Man, or I grew up with this Spider-Man. Again, depending on the timeline when you were born. If you were born in the 2000s and if you grew up with all of the three Spider-Men, then that's awesome. I don't like what's going on back here. um, but yeah, and of course, I love wearing the costume just for fun, right? I don't run around my apartment going like no. If I wanted to make a skit of Spider-Man, I could do it, okay? Like that's an example of doing something for YouTube, right? And for you guys to show you my iteration of Peter Parker. Like of course, I'll always get the Tom Holland Spider-Man suits, you know? So, if I could make my own fan films of Spider-Man, that could be pretty cool. Oh, this video took longer than I anticipated. I apologize, guys. Um, so that's pretty much all I have to say for this episode. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Please turn the post notification bell to share my content if you haven't already. And how did Spider-Man help you guys? You know, as a kid, as an adult, um, and did Spider-Man in general help you out summer 2017 as well? If you were going through depression, anxiety, or any of that stuff, because like I said, Spider-Man, whether if it was Toby, Andrew, or Tom, like they all helped me get through it, and they pretty much reminded me like, hey, you know what, this school year is gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay, no matter what. All right. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for bye, and may the Lord be with you guys. Always love you guys. Peace out, guys, and just stay awesome, guys. That's all I ask for you to do. Just stay awesome. Stay awesome, people, and people will want to hang around with you because you're kind to people. That's all I ever care about. All right. You have a good night, guys. Bye.